over the last, specifically since like COVID, right? If you would have told me, because we kind of found out things were going, I think there were whispers in January. Everything started dropping in like March, April timeframe. And my guess, if I'm honest, I was like, holy shit, my business is going to get cut down to nothing. Am I going to go out of business? Am I going to be able to feed my family? Because I legit thought the world was going to shut down. There was a lot of panic. And I thought the market was going to go dead silent. And it did for like 2 weeks. Nothing. I was freaking the F out. And then all of a sudden my phone starts blowing up. And it was like person after person. Hey, I'm looking at buying. Hey, I'm looking at buying. They lower interest rates. Hey, I'm looking at buying. They lower interest rates again. Hey, I'm looking at buying. Federal government comes in and says, hey, we're going to buy all these on the backside. You don't have to worry about like reselling them. It lower interest rates again. And then we get into like the high twos. Like I remember I had a client that got like 2.2, 3.5 or 7.5 or something ridiculous on a VA loan, and I just thought, what the hell is going on? So we've had a lot of. I tell people that anything priced, whether it's coffee, this laptop, the table, is always a reflection of two things: supply and demand. How many people are willing and have the capacity to buy, and how much is available of that thing. Right, and so this is why diamonds are so expensive, is because somebody controls the supply of them and they market the shit out of it. Right. So, how have you guys over the period of the last 2 years, you've had to shift probably quite a bit on pricing. Now, maybe the luxury market is a little insulated because those people are a little less price sensitive, but you still have to have those conversations. You still have to go, hey, I'm sorry, things are running 6 months behind because of X, Y, or Z. How have you guys handled that?
Well, constantly changing.
Yes.
It's been a shit show. Mm-hmm. I mean, being in construction right now sucks. There's
clickbait for you.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's just. I mean, it's hard. Mm. It's really hard right now because prices are constantly changing, labor's constantly increasing. Mm-hmm. So. We bidded on a job back in October of last year. We started a little bit in February and March, but we just broke ground last week.
Yeah.
Do you think those prices are any good anymore?
Probably not.
Probably not. So we've exposed ourselves. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't care if we're going to do a kitchen in your house or build you a $2 million house. Yeah. I break down the cost.
You mean risk exposure, not flashing.
What are we talking about?
You said exposed.
I'm exposing my numbers. My budget.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah, I'm mismatched.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I can take it.
But so are you kind of going to clients and saying, hey, look, I'm sorry, but and here's my actual cost now, or are people pushing back saying, no, you promised me these things?
No, I just. We break it down and give them a budget of every item. Mm-hmm. I mean, everything, even the porta-john. Mm-hmm. And then we say, well, just so you know, this is probably going to be more. This is probably going to be more. This is going to be more. We don't know.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the lumber, has steadily gone down, not drastically, but a little bit here, a little bit there. Mm-hmm. So those numbers are getting better and a little under budget. But yeah, we're breaking the whole job down. Hmm. So if all the stuff comes in higher, then we're charging them what it cost us.
Right. Is that kind of like because reputation, because they came to build with you, you just kind of sit here and go, hey, look, here's kind of what we're projecting. But they could change. We're going to be honest with you as we go along.
Yeah.
Kind of just share with you.
Yeah, I mean, it's right on top. Projected budget. Mm-hmm. Projected.
Yeah. Well, I think they can get a little bit into how different builders build, like cost plus and different styles. What have you guys found to be pretty consistent to work for you guys?
Well, with that being said, we've done, typically when we're talking $1 million, $2 million home, we've primarily shifted to doing cost plus.
Okay. So, can you explain that for people who don't understand what that means?
Yeah. Basically, we'll break down the entire budget. Mm-hmm. When the bills come in, we hand them to you, and you give us a check for, to that company. So you pay them directly. That way we can keep them out of our books, and it costs less for us.
Are they paying directly, or is the bank paying directly, like on a draw system, or how does that work?
Well, it depends, what the homeowner does, as far as finances.
Yeah.
We do deal with a lot of people that are financially strong.
Sure. Yeah.
Cash heavy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I don't know where they're pulling it from. Maybe they're borrowing some money too. I don't know.
A lot of people, especially in the higher like income brackets, or if they're in investments, they've done really, really well in the market over the last 5-10 years, and they're parking that money somewhere.
Yeah.
So at least that's been I've been listening to quite a bit of like luxury podcasts and kind of understanding that echelon of buyer. It's, hey, I have this money and I need to put it somewhere, so I'm going to go ahead and just park it into this, my primary residence for the next decade.
Yeah. So and we got a couple of homeowners that they're getting their financing from the bank, and so we kind of set it up to where they get their draws, and then they're able to pay the bills. The smaller jobs, $100,000-$200,000 renovations, typically we'll show them or tell them what it costs, and then we'll pay all the bills. Mm-hmm. But they're gonna see where their money's going.
Yeah.
So when this job ends up costing $220 instead of $180, they understand why.
Right. It doesn't just feel like you're pulling a fast one.
Yeah, I hate going back to we need more money. We need more money. Well, mm-hmm. Why? And we just break it down, mm-hmm. and they can see where it's going.
So, like, what have you seen? Let's just say someone regular. Let's say regular. It's hard to say that. A project where maybe you would go, hey, this is going to take me 18 to 24 months to get completed, or maybe 12 to 18, or whatever it is. What expansion is it? A 50% expansion, a 75% expansion on time? Like what
from what it was?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I don't know. The scheduling is that's one of the things that is so difficult right now.
Sure. You have plumbers and electricians.
Yeah.
That you like using.
Obviously we have a labor shortage. Mm-hmm. Everybody knows that.
Yep.
All the guys, most of the trades are in their 50s or 60s. Mm-hmm. They don't take the heat as well. They, for instance, now,
sure,
the cold as well, whatever the case may be. They don't work as fast as they used to.
Yeah.
They don't want to. And
one of my other buddies, Joey, had said something similar on a project that he's working on. And he's just like, yeah, I called the guy, and he's like, yeah, it's too hot. I'll see you next week.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah.
He can't do anything about it. Cause it's like, that's my guy. That's the guy I trust.
Well, who else is he going to get, right? I mean, I'm having a problem now with framers because there's just nobody wants to do it anymore. The guy I worked for it back when I was 18, when I was dating my wife. Mm-hmm. I worked for a framer, and he just had back surgery the other week. He's 58, maybe 59, and his body's just falling apart. I mean, and he's one of the guys that took care of himself. Mm-hmm. I mean, he wasn't one of those framers, drinking every night or whatever the case may be. Like, he was a good dude. And another guy I used to use, he just had a heart attack 2 weeks ago and passed away. Matter of fact, he's the guy that did the job over there on where we were crawling under the house. No, not that house. The one on Margaret.
I don't know. Sure,
we did the big addition on the water there.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I do remember you had the Toyota Land Cruiser then. Or no, the FJ.
I did have the FJ.
You had the FJ.
That is...
was it yellow?
White. Yeah.
Way off.
That's one of the ones I regret selling, for sure. What's interesting, though, as a side tangent with FJ, I ran pricing on the FJ like 7-8 years later.
Yeah.
I still could have sold it for maybe within like $2 or $3 grand of what I bought it for.